everyone, I'm starting a new fall album today and I'm going to use this album from Pink Paisley and this paper from K&Company called Allegheny Plum. And if you're wondering what happened to the Wonder album, there's still one part left that is actually going to have a special guest designer and it's going to be filmed on location in someone else's studio. And so it's going to be a little bit before that's up, but in the meantime there's this for you to enjoy, and I'm just tracing around the chipboard so I know exactly where to cut to get those 3 leaves that I wanted on my project. And so now I'm going it down with my ATG and I'm going to trim the edges to get them nice and smooth. And trimming the edges will make your album more durable because people's fingers won't catch and pull it up. And then punching the holes, because I always need to punch my holes or else I'll forget. Color box fluid chalk ink and chestnut roan, and I'm going to ink the edges with this, and the tool I'm using is called a spouncer, and you can find it in the stenciling section of your Michaels or Joann's or other craft or art store. So I inked all the edges in chestnut roan, which gives a nice aged look. And now I'm taking a 7 Gypsies library pocket or some kind of pocket, and I'm just putting it where I want on my page. And I'm also cutting out those same 3 leaves from just another sheet of that pattern paper I used for my background. And now I'm going to start assembling things. First I want to cover the pocket. I want the pocket to have that moth, so I traced around the edges again with white gel pen, and now I'm putting ATG all over the back of the paper. And now I'm going to stick it down to my library pocket, and I'm going to use my scissors to angle cut the 2 back corners so I can wrap it up like a book. And I just kind of fold it in. I put it on the edge of my desk and I fold it in, and I just do that 3 times, and I have a nicely covered pocket. And all that's left to do is get out my glass mat and cut out this circle where you can pull the tag out more easily. And now it's ready to ink up, and I'm going to use the same chestnut roan and the spouncer on this. It just gives a nice aged look. And it's a very soft look when you use the spouncer. Now I'm going to cover the back of the pocket with red sticky tape, and I'm just trimming it where it sticks out the edges, and then I'm going to peel it up and stick the pocket down to the page. And excuse me. Now that my pocket is in place, I can start attaching my leaves, and I'm attaching them with dimensionals right over where they are on the page so that they have the impression of sort of floating or falling through the air. So I'm putting black foam tape on the back of the larger one, and I'm sticking it down. And then I'm going to go and I'm actually going to put black dimensionals on the paper itself, and that way I know where to put my leaves, and I know that the dimensionals won't be showing. And now I'm going to peel up the backs and stick my leaves down. And I am now going to get started making a tag for my library pocket. And this is more paper from the K&Company Allegheny Plum collection. And this is just a piece of craft cardstock that I'm covering. This particular K&Company paper pad is very, very thin. So I didn't want to put 2 of the papers back to back because it just wouldn't have enough substance to be handled and taken in and out of a pocket. So I used the craft in between. And now I've got my pink crocodile corner chomper, which is the one that makes the angled tag cut. And I just punched it so it would look like a tag. And now I'm going to ink the edges with more color box fluid chalk ink and chestnut roan on both the front and back sides. And I have a the notebook paper stamp from Tim Holtz, one of his Stampers Anonymous collections. Looks like a torn out piece of notebook paper. And I'm going to stamp it onto the front of my tag in the same color box fluid chalk ink and chestnut roan. And I'm now using Versamark watermark ink pad to ink up another stamp of his, like a corner flourish stamp with leaves and flowers and vines. And I'm going to stamp it on the bottom corner of the tag, and I'm going to emboss it in Adirondack embossing powder in Stream. And heat set it, and there you have it. So now I'm going to decorate my tag with a little bit of pearls and lace. And I'm using this turquoise lace at the top there because it brings out the blues in the paper and contrasts nicely with the oranges in the paper. And so I'm going to just trim it down. And now I'm going to add some Prima pearls to the hot glue gun. And the reason I'm using these Prima pearls is because I wanted cream pearls, and I didn't have 4 cream pearls in the size I needed. So I actually am cutting 4 pearls in the size I need out of this flourish. And you can cut your flourishes up and use them separate, and you'll get more life out of them that way. So there's what the tag looks like. There's a large photo mat on the back. And now I've taken my fall title letters, and it's a Making Memories Jigsaw Shimmer Alphabet in blue, and I'm covering them with glossy accents because they shed glitter like, or not glossy accents, diamond glaze, because they shed glitter like crazy. So I need to seal it in with something. So now that they're dry, it's time to put them on the page, and I'm going to be using one of the journaling spots from the Pink Paisley Bayberry, or 365 degrees flip notes pad, and I'm inking the edges of that with chestnut roan as well, and adhering it to my page with pop dots or black dimensionals. And now I'm going to glue my title down with Scotch Quick Dry Tacky Adhesive, which is like my favorite white glue by far. I think it's fantastic. It's just really great for everything, almost everything. And then I realized I wanted to stamp this tiny little stamp that says "Love the" in a script right in an area where I couldn't get to with a block, so I'm literally stuck the stamp to my finger and stamped it that way. And it's not totally recommended, it's not perfect, but in a pinch it works if you don't have another way of getting in there. And now I'm stamping some leaves all around, and the leaves and the "Love the" all came from the same stamp set by Art Warehouse, which is just fantastic. It has great fall stuff. Okay, so here is the page. You can see the title. It says "Love the Fall" with the leaves all around. And then those leaves travel up the side, and the pocket with the moth, and the great blue and orange tag, and for journaling, and a large photo mat on the back. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.